What's up, everybody? We are back with your favorite food review channel. We are Sin City Food Reviews. I'm JT.
I'm Brenda.
And on this episode, we are going to review Tony Roma's in the Four Queens on Fremont Street.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will.
Alright, Mom, what would you rate the service at Tony Roma's?
I would rate it a 2 just because it took a while for us to get waited on.
And what would you rate the cleanliness?
I would rate it a 4 because from what I could see, it was really nice and clean to me.
And what would you rate the quality of food?
I would rate it a 5.
Why so high?
Well, because the presentation was good, it looks good, it tastes delicious.
Okay. Alright, what would you rate the speed?
I would give it a 3 because other than not getting help at first, it was kind of slow. Yeah, 3.
Okay, and what about the ambiance?
I would rate it a 5. I think it was very friendly. I mean, it was easy to talk because the music wasn't loud, and yeah, it was great.
Okay, so how would you rate the cost?
I would rate it a 2 because it was quite high priced.
Okay, and what would you rate the drinks?
I would say at 3. That was also high priced.
Well, not necessarily the price. How would you rate like the drinks? Were they good? Didn't you have a mixed drink?
Yeah.
Was there too much ice or was
I had
it?
a Captain and Coke. It was a little watered down, but it was good.
Okay, and what would you give the overall rating of Tony Roma's?
I would give it a 4
Okay.
because the ambiance is a good seller of it. The quality of the food and yeah, I really enjoyed myself. It was good. I would rate it a 4.
And would you recommend Tony Roma's?
Yes, I would recommend Tony Roma's. How would you rate your service?
I rated it a 1. First of all, there was a huge waiting list, which I understand the pandemic and, you know, everything that was going on. But that took forever. Then, once we got there, it seemed like it took forever to get us any kind of drink service or anything like that. Even bringing us a cup of water to start off with. Even, you know, we ordered, you know, alcoholic beverages, but, you know, bring us a couple cups of water, then come back to us or something. But the service took forever, so that was a 1.
And the cleanliness?
The cleanliness I gave a 3. For some reason, and I understand the casino, the darkness vibe and stuff, but a lot of these casinos, the restaurant's still dark. I want to see what's going on, so I gave it a 3. It probably would have been higher, but, you know, if I can't see, you know, what the surroundings look like, I can't really rate it higher than a 3.
And the quality of food?
The quality of food I gave a 4. The steaks were really good. The appetizers were good. The ribs were pretty good. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good, a 4.
And how would you rate the speed?
Well, the speed kind of goes back to the service. So I gave the speed a 2. It took forever for anything to happen in there. It took forever to get our wine. Took forever to get our food. Took forever to get our appetizers. The speed was horrible. So the speed got a 2 for me.
And what about the ambiance?
The ambiance I gave a 3. It wasn't too bad. It almost could have got a 4. We were hanging out with Neon Vacation. Big shout out to him. He did buy us a meal, which I definitely appreciate that. But you know, the ambiance was good as far as like the vibe was alright. It wasn't too loud in there. They kind of did sit us a little secluded, which I did enjoy because I don't want to be up on everybody the whole time. So a 3 for the ambiance.
And what about the cost?
The cost, I gave it a 4. I did see the bill. We got 2 bottles of wine. I think I had a beer. I think Neon had a beer. Mom had a mixed drink or 2 mixed drinks. We had steaks. We had, and I think it was like $180 somewhere around there, give or take. So I thought the cost was pretty good, a 4.
How would you rate the drinks?
The drinks I gave a 4. The wine was really good. It wasn't too expensive for the bottle of wine. We had 2 bottles of wine, me and Neon, and mixed drinks and everything like that. So I gave the drinks a 4, and it wasn't really that high.
And the overall rating?
The overall rating, I gave a 3. What made it less than a 4 was obviously speed of service was super slow. Let's see. The service itself was, I mean, the lady was nice, don't get me wrong, but she just took way too long. And then she kept talking about how she worked at the buffet part, and instead, you don't tell people, you know, you try to jump in there like you know exactly what you're doing and you've been there 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Obviously not 100 years, but you know, you don't just tell people, oh, I used to work over there. Then it breaks down the service. So overall rating was a 3.
So would you recommend?
I would recommend Tony Roma's. Obviously, that would never be my first choice. If I had like 10 other choices, everything would be before that. But for like a nice, decent steak that wasn't an arm and a leg, if you would have went somewhere else and had 3 steaks and drinks and everything, it'd have been $400 or $500 probably. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Tony Roma's. We are Sin City Food, and you have been reviewed. What's up, everybody? We are back with your favorite food review channel. We are Sin City Food
Review.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Oh.
All right, Mom. We are reviewing Tony Roma's restaurant in the Four Queens. First of all, what would you give the service?
I would give it a 2. Just because when we first sat down, we had people walking by and like virtually ignoring us. It got better, but I would give it a 2.
All right. Okay, on this episode, we are reviewing Tony Roma's in the Four Queens. Mom, what would you rate the service?
I would rate it a 2 just because we got sat down. It was kind of an off out of area table and we didn't get service for probably about 10 minutes.
Off area table. Okay, what would you rate the speed?
I would rate it a 3. Once.
Wait it. Wait it. Wait it.
Wait it.
Okay, even though we didn't pay, big shout out to Neon Vacation for paying for us. I did see how much it cost. How would you rate the cost?
I would say it was pretty high price. I would rate it at 4. But for the...
Well, 4 means that it's like really good cost. Like it was cheap and everything.
You still recording?
What do you mean?
JT, how would you rate the service of the Tony Roma's? And how would you rate the drinks?
Just start over.
Drinks?